As Houston Public Works tries to fix water billing problems, we uncovered in our years-long drain investigation the utility's lack of communication continues to drain customers just trying to understand their water bills. KPRC 2 investigates. Amy Davis shares the latest example.
We hear this from many of you, that you call the water department with questions, and most of the time the person on the phone can't even explain what you're seeing on your bill. Just what you see is what you get. Well, now one Kingwood family is realizing even when the water department tells you one thing about what you owe, they can change their tune and reverse decisions months later with no explanation.
It states your water meter returned an incorrect read, therefore a bill correction was processed on your account.
In February 2023, Shannon and Josh Ortega received good news.
There's a credit for $832.92 on water.
The Houston Water Department sent 4 notices that explained incorrect meter readings meant the Ortegas had overpaid and were due several credits. All total, the credits added up to more than $3,200.
This was basically the result of what I assumed was the investigation from the estimated reads.
See, the credits weren't out of the blue. Shannon had asked the water department why her meter readings had been estimated month after month after month. A water representative told her they were investigating. Then she received the large credit.
I did call about it, and they just indicated that, yes, the credit was correct. And I asked then, is there a way that I could get that credit as a check, and I'll just continue to pay my water bill the way I would any other time? And they said they'd look into it and see what they could do. And that was the end of the conversation. So
every bill the city sent her in 2023 showed she didn't know anything. The amount was deducted from her overpayment, the credit. In 2024, Shannon tried again to get the remaining credit, about $1,500, sent as a check.
I said, well, if there's an option, I'd like to have my money in hand and just pay my monthly water bill.
While she waited again for an answer, Ortega noticed the city removed the credit from her bill with no explanation. When she called, a customer representative told her the original credit was an error.
Basically that I should be grateful I haven't had to pay my water bill for the last year and a half.
Show me some evidence of anything other than your water meter returned an incorrect read. Well, what should it have read? What were you expecting to have seen in order to arrive at these numbers? And then to dismiss the credit, which maybe it was an error, but show me something. Provide some level of assurance that there was an effective audit conducted. And then who's responsible over there? That's my frustration.
A public works spokesperson told me they don't know who authorized the credit in 2023, just that it was an error, and that a new billing supervisor looked back at all of the Ortega's bills and couldn't find those overpayments.
If they're telling you, oh, well, you prove that you overpaid, can you do that?
No, I can't.
Why not?
Because what's available online only goes back 2 years, and this all happened well before 2 years ago. And when I got the credit, I didn't keep all that information for years because we had a credit and it was working the way credits are supposed to work. There's no reason to maintain that information. We assumed it was done.
We know the city's customer records management system is terrible. The director of public works said as much in our interview earlier this year.
Yeah, we've got to invest not just in the infrastructure at people's homes, we've got to invest in our infrastructure here within the department as well. That includes our technology, but at the same time, we're going to continue to improve our customer service practices to make up for the deficit that we have from a technology standpoint.
Weeks after the city told us it owed the Ortegas nothing, they received this check in the mail.
And the check's for $399.68. There's no letter that goes with it. There's no description that goes with it. It's just a check.
The Ortegas want to know if depositing the check or cashing it means they waive their right to challenge the city's decision about their account. And honestly, the last time they called with a legitimate question, it cost them $1,500. Houston Public Works told us it should have been better about communicating with the Ortegas. Someone from the water department did call Shannon Monday and promised to send her a full explanation of why she received that $399 check and how the water department arrived at that number. I'm Amy Davis, KPRC 2 News.